All right. Typical that this is the last place that I was testing on this file. Frozen Hollow is a crazy hard level. All right, so someone else, Code Gorilla, has been doing a little bit of Gloomhaven Easy, and so I just verified his runs earlier today, and it got me in the Gloomhaven mood. So I'm pretty certain that the easy speed run can be improved with a little bit more class juggling. And so I want to look into doing that. A little bit of class juggling. So I briefly looked at a couple levels earlier. The Crypt of the Damned and Frozen Hollow. And I do think that those can be improved by using Demolitionist for both and Scoundrel for Frozen Hollow. But I mean, the real level to look at is Slave Pens. Here it is. So the first thing that I want to try is Spellweaver. And so the current strategy, at least at the time of my last run, was Spellweaver and Hatchet for this level, with a level 1 Spellweaver and a level 3 Hatchet, so that I could get Sharpened Blades. I really don't think that that is best, but I don't know, maybe it is. It's just that, from what I remember, once Hatchet runs out of Sharpened Blades, it's just, like, not very good. Maybe I'll pull up. It's unlisted. I didn't realize that I wasn't recording audio when I did the run. Here it is. 58 minutes. I thought it was better than that. So what was I doing for Slave Pens? Okay, so I started with Sharpened Blades and Extra Lift. That makes sense. So what's the timing on this? Okay, it looks like round started with 48:33. So 40 seconds in. So it looks like it's probably going to be about 5 minutes and 10 seconds is the time we're going to be trying to beat. Okay, so favorite bottom to get off a wound, and then jump over here, and then wound the 3 normals, right? Okay, one of them went into the stone golem. Yeah, this doesn't feel like this would be super fast, although that's a nice +2. I guess that is definitely one benefit, is that Hatchet has a good deck. He goes that way, but this is a lot of animation, so this is slow. I do like the Mystic Ally. That seems really good. Okay, and then going into this room was kind of what I was thinking already, because Fire Orbs is buffed here. And I was rich enough to get an Eagle Eye Goggles. That's good. So I was kind of relying on Mystic Ally to pick up, like, a couple of kills. Flame strike here. Okay. Dang. So I was like trying to map out in my head mentally what I would do for this level, and this Spellweaver stuff is exactly what I was thinking before. Double throw on hatchet here? I don't know. That does not seem good because that's all of the sharpened blades charges. And I just used an extra lift charge to move there. So like there's no way that this is fast. So does Spellweaver like solo the rest? How does Hatchet ever catch up? It took to like turn 8 for Red Throne to move at all. Okay. Didn't take that much. And then I'm resetting the crackling air. So I'm reviving Ethered already. And I guess I stopping power just for the wind. But that doesn't... Okay. Yeah, this is definitely improvable with different characters. 100%. So wait for an Impaling Eruption. I never even activate the favorite. Would Ride the Wind not have reached there? I mean, surely I knew the hex I needed to be standing in at the time. Is this a guaranteed kill with power potions? I was able to rest to get the Eagle Eyes back, so it's... Yeah, it's guaranteed kill, except for -2, -2. Okay, so that seems really bad. Okay, so that was 640. So 510 is the time we're looking to beat my previous gold. Hey, Brian. So we're looking for 510. I want to try demo. Now, I don't know if it's possible for demo to be level 2. But if we find that level 2 demo works well, then we can probably force that in. With enough levels in the route, given that Slave Pens is so late. I'm definitely thinking it's at least level 2 on Spellweaver. Because in a little bit of Frozen Hollow testing I did earlier, I was level 2 and I had Flashing Burst. And I think I'm taking these +1s. It would be nice to remove -1s, but I think frequently, a lot of the time, I'm looking to get a +1. So surely I could have 2 of these. On average at this point in a run. And in that one right there, we had Eagle Eyes and Boots of Striding and a Power Potion. I think I had Invisibility Cloak too, but we'll assume we play fewer levels and can't afford the Invisibility Cloak. Although there are plenty of opportunities to get money. If we find that we need to get like an enhancement or something, that could also be an option. What does like Fire Orbs cost? 70. 70 for Fire Orbs is painful. Because there's like 30 gold in the... There's 30 gold in the Nightmare Peak chest. And then there's some gold. There's an item that sells for gold in the Drake's Nest chest. It's one of these. So if we want to force, that's totally doable. Let's try with level 2 demo. The only problem is it takes a lot of time to set up Crash Protocol and wind up both. That makes me think maybe it's not going to be demo. Part of me wants to try Brute. You know what? Let's do that. The only thing with Brute is there's no shot I'd be level 2. So never mind. That would be one of the good benefits of Brute, is getting to level 2. Does anybody else have a level 2 that would be useful? Mind Thief, not really. Cragheart's level 2s are really bad. There's no way I'm playing Tinkerer. And so it could be Scoundrel. Scoundrel and Demo are both worth testing. And I assume that I really want Spellweaver. Alright, let's go. I don't know if Demo would play enough levels to get another perk. But let's test it with one more perk. And we'll get some items. I know I'm going to have jump shoes on Demo already. And a power potion. So let's try with just those. Hey Ken, so, and Hero, hello. Somebody, a guy named Code Gorilla he's done some Gloomhaven speedrunning in the past, and he, relatively recently, it was a few weeks ago, he submitted some easy speedruns to speedrun.com. And so I verified those this morning. And while I was watching through it and verifying it, there were just some things that looked slow about Hatchet plus Spellweaver as a combo. And so the main thing that I thought was that several levels could use different characters instead. And after just a little bit of testing, it definitely seems like that's the case. This is the wrong difficulty. How am I defining speedrun? The speedrun is you start on a new file and you get the End of Gloom achievement. That was how I started with uploading videos. And I have all of the records for the Gloomhaven speedruns. But Code Gorilla is getting close. He's like 10 minutes behind me on easy. And nobody else has tried on +2. Yes. There are 16 required levels. To beat... Oh, that's not what I want. To beat Gloomhaven. So you have to play level 1 and level 2. And then if you play 4 and then 5 and then 10, then you can play 14, 22, 31, and 20 something. 22? I don't see that over here. But the Temple of Elements. And doing all of that will unlock the end game. And once you beat Treacherous Divide, Nightmare Peak, Doom Trench, Slave Pen, Shadow Wield, and Lair of the Unseeing Eye, you can play the Void, and you beat the game. In easy, some of the levels are like 2 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. Slave pins is the longest one. Right now, the time we're looking to beat from my best time with the other strategy was 5 minutes and 10 seconds. So we gotta go fast. But, I mean, this right here is just a lot of theoretical work. And I didn't change the cards on these characters. So this is probably not going to work. Explosive Blitz is very interesting and very good. Yeah, the Void is pretty anticlimactic. Because you just go there and you just kill it. Man, Gloomhaven loads so fast in comparison to Frosthaven. It's nice. All right. So the main thing I know about Demo is Demo one-shots this room completely on our own, which is really nice. We're not going to need anything from Spellweaver there. Let's get these cards. Is there anywhere we would want Freezing Nova? That would just be 2-target. This could be a potential Freezing Nova spot if I want a big one somewhere else. So 8 hexes from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I could have ice and I could be in this hex and I have Crackling Air, I would get attack for... This is attack for 3, 4, so I would get 3 attacks for 5. From this hex to here using Freezing Nova. That is not bad. Although that's probably too much setup. I wonder if there's any validity to not bringing Flashing Burst. Because I do feel like I want the summon. 2 enemies in the first room, 3 enemies here. If I use Explosive Blitz immediately, I could turn 1 Explosive Blitz with Wind Up, with Jump Shoes. 1, 2, 3, open the door, it stuns everything. And then I activate Wind Up. Or Crash Protocol. Everything is adjacent to walls here, which makes Crash Protocol kind of tempting. It gives me time that I can summon the Mystic Ally and activate Crackling Air. But without Hatchet, I just don't... I get +1 instead of +2. Which probably isn't the end of the world. No Piston Punch. Probably no Implode. Probably no 1-2 punch. Oh, but I want one of the pushing cards. And I probably don't need Rubble. So I want Piston Punch. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm thinking right now, is Explosive Blitz turn 1. Let's just see how that feels. So Crackling Air plus 8 from the Ether, Explosive Blitz. These guys are all set up for Crash Protocol, which is nice. But Crash Protocol is a loss, and Wind Up isn't. And I really don't have time to do 2 different things. So maybe I don't Explosive Blitz turn 1. What if I play Knockout the support? Or it could be Crushing Weight. with wind up. So move here with crushing weight. Make one of them suffer. That suffer 2 is actually a large percentage of their health. I have to tank 2 attack 2s, but that's not a big deal. And we summon the Mystic Ally. The Mystic Ally has a nice attack 3, which is really good. And then we're just going to run past these guards. So now I go Fire Orbs, Ride the Wind. And I can Explosive Bliss, Crash Protocol. Jump Shoes to get in. And that stuns all of them, and they'll take their turns really quickly. Someone picks up a kill. Ride the Wind. Gets in deep. And then I want to kill here. That seems okay so far. Okay, Redthorn's moving forward, which kind of sucks. But Demo is like super buff now. I get +4 on any and all attacks that I deal. That's still not enough to kill this guy. Okay. This is a no. I mean, I could lob charge, move 1, attack 5. Big one, hit both of these. But I don't like that. If this guy were grouped up in there, that would be better. Demo could be right here, and then lobbed charge would be more likely to kill, but I don't like the way any of that's looking. Oh, and the demo initiative is horrible. Okay, opening that door was too much. I guess Spellweaver could just have targeted these 3. So if I do that, how can I open this door effectively? 1, 2, 3. I could open this door with lobbed charge. Buffed up with a wind up. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack 4. So if I have wind up and lobbed charge both, 1, 2, 3, 4, attack 6, and then just like knock out the support, attack 5. And that kills both of these guys with 0s. So let's restart.
Yes, you can help soon.
Then this crash protocol just doesn't feel super good. I wish that everything was grouped up for a big one. But I guess there's not really a way for me to do that. I would need to, like, open the door and push both of these guys through. And that just doesn't happen. I could... I mean, it would be crazy. What if I played Ride the Wind on turn 1? That seems really dumb. And it would only work if it's an archer move card. I was thinking I could play Ride the Wind with Flame Strike, go in a big circle with Spellweaver, right back to where she's standing, just do an attack for 3 with a top. It's not insignificant damage. Maybe even Impaling Eruption would be an okay idea to hit both. Go in a big circle. It would set wind so that the next turn I can activate Crackling Air, and I'm just hoping that the archers move forward, and then I can get them all with a big one that's buffed up by Wind Up. But that seems dumb. Okay, so I have Fire Orbs Reviving Ether, or maybe I have Impaling Eruption Reviving Ether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I just want to go in and kill these guys. And I jump over, and I probably want to hit this stone golem. So right now, Crushing Weight is an attack 7 with Wind Up. And that's good enough. Okay, so this seems pretty decent so far. So I jump in, everything gets stunned. Crushing Weight here is a good attack. No shield on this guy on easy difficulty. Everybody takes their nothing turn. Then my summon gets a go. Maybe saving one of those items there could make sense. Now there's no fire for Flame Strike. So maybe that would be a reason to do Fire Orbs over Impaling Eruption. I could Fire Orbs right now, but I don't like that. I have 1 Crackling Air charge left. So it's totally possible that Spellweaver kills these guys right there. And now I can go ahead and get Crash Protocol. The only problem, though, is Crash Protocol doesn't help me with damaging these at all. Says 3 more rooms, don't burn all the cards. Well, that's how speedruns work. You burn all of your cards and you finish the last room with your last card. Because you're just trying to go fast. That's the only thing that matters. Because if you lose, you just reset. So I won't have to... Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I've got it. So Mystic Ally does good damage. Then Mana Bolt plus Flame Strike. Okay, I'm liking the way this is going. I just move 1 Hex here, and I activate Crash Protocol. So maybe the first one is Crash Protocol over Wind Up, but it might not matter. And then do I play Ride the Wind here is the question. I could unsummon the summon. It has move 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns before the summon would hit. That's probably not worth it. But I think Piston Punch Lob Charge here seems good. We burn Lob Charge, run in, I get attack 6 on this guy. It's very likely to kill. And then, even though this isn't buffed up at all, because I don't have the wind up anymore, there are these traps. And I can push into the trap. This guy moves into me. He hurts. And so now if I want to hit him, which I do, I think it's just Spellweaver that is hitting this guy. I think it's worth it to play double losses. I need to figure out what I want Spellweaver to accomplish in this room. So now I don't have the fire for Flame Strike, though. What if you draw -2? You reset. That's how the easy speedrun goes. Do I drop the summon? Yeah, I drop the summon. He's so far away. Okay, so a Reviving Ether right here. And jump boots don't help at all. So what does Demo want with opening this door? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, okay. But we can move 6 with Explode with Fire. Or if I could find 20 gold at some point in time, we could put +1 move onto Explode. With Crash Protocol up, Piston Punch is attack 4. So if I use Fire on Explode to get there, with Crash Protocol and Wind Up both up, Piston Punch is an attack for 6, and then I push into 4 damage of traps. So I would open, attack, and kill, and then this guy would be 5 health. But I haven't used any Crash Protocol. So Crash Protocol can be set going from this room to the next. The problem here is the card to lose. I think it has to be a long rest. Yeah, this guy's annoying. But it feels like Demo can do the rest on her own. Sucks they haven't done a digital way to mix the 2 games together. Well, we'll see. That would be nice, though. I mean, it's got to just be Fire Orbs and then Flame Strike, right? And then here, I need the Fire Orbs for the Explode. Oh, so I won't have it for... Yeah, because I don't have Explosive Blitz, and I don't have Lob Charge, which are my 2 fire setters, besides the big one, but I can't play that. I could set Wind Up bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wind Up bottom would work from here, but then Piston Punch is not likely to deal enough damage. 1, 2, 3. So I need Spellweaver's Fire. Maybe I should have left that summon alive. Gloomhaven Digital was abandoned by the devs. Yeah, it is. Or I think they sold it to another company for like maintenance mode or something, is my understanding. If you take Snow and Pyro, the broken combo and team them up with Music Note and Cthulhu. What could possibly stop them? Probably nothing. But the Frosthaven team said that they might maybe potentially think about making the Gloomhaven 2.0 characters. And so that would be really, really cool if it happens. Alright, we'll just like triple attack this guy here and hope to kill him. Flame Strike bottom, Impaling Eruption top, Summon attack. And then Explode plus Piston Punch. Good job, Summon. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. There's no undo button. I need the undo button. I think, oh, and there's no way to restart round. Dang, so we just like straight missed everything. Okay, well, I mean, that was close. Oh, but Demo is basically dead here too now. Yeah, I can't get another wind up. Well, don't go faster than me. That's just rude. That's a 3 damage trap too. Oh, yikes. There's the -2. Oh, he's not adjacent to a wall anymore. So I didn't get the Crash Protocol damage. Okay. We're kind of close. I mean, we've got a little bit of something. I really liked the first 2 rooms and the opening for the 3rd room.
Yes.
That was fast. Let's just throw on a timer and see, get a little bit of an idea of what we're looking at. So it was like knock out the support, I think with Crash Protocol immediately, and Crackling with aid. Okay, so they get turns. It was 19 to 24. That's just 5 seconds. That's not too bad. And then we wanted to go Fire Orbs, Reviving Ether, with Explosive Blitz. And was I doing wind up here or was I attacking? Oh, yeah, I was attacking. Okay. You like the UI in Gloomhaven more than Frosthaven, even though Frosthaven seems more polished? For me, it's just hard to get over not having the undo button. I keep reaching for it. Some of the parts of Gloomhaven I like more. Like the items. You can see the items in Gloomhaven. That is a lot better. I think most everything else in Frosthaven is better. But the items are like really, really good. Okay, Reviving Ether plus Fire Orbs and Explosive Blitz plus Crushing Weight was what I had done. So we'll get to about right here, and now we will restart the timer. And here it's... maybe this makes more sense, given that this guy's so low already. That does make more sense. Oh, but if I hit there, it does move Red Thorn forward. So that would be a reason not to. Okay, and then now we can just move closer and set wind up, I guess. Doesn't feel necessary, though. I want to look at Demo's other cards that I haven't brought here, because it seems like there could be something there. Alright, but that was really fast to get all of those dead. Also, I really don't like that move 1 right there. I don't see any way to not have to do it, though. Yeah, this part is not smooth in the slightest. I like having the move 4 on Impaling Eruption, but maybe this would be the turn to Reviving Ether? That actually makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense, to Reviving Ether right here. Yeah, having the extra wind-up charge doesn't do anything. In Frosthaven, it does a really bad job of highlighting which enemy is going to go when you hover over it. Okay. Okay, dude, that's so the play, because that gets me my Crackling Air back, and I have Wind set now. So I can just... maybe just activate Crackling Air and summon to tank the Golem. And then Demo is just focusing on getting ready for the next room. Which maybe just means I stand still and I wind up from right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's the play. That sounds really, really, really good. The only thing is that I really want some fire going. And I'm not getting any fire from Demo. Just like any source of fire would be really nice. I never noticed that Spellweaver is barefoot. Yeah, I don't have anything killing this guy. Because everybody's ready to go into the next room and do really big damage. But this guy's in the way. Oh, I don't have... This is where a top set fire would be really good. So Explosive Blitz top would be really good here. Why did I need to play Explosive Blitz bottom over here? I used it to open the door to get in and to stun everything. And then I attacked with Demo. And then I was attacking with Spellweaver. So maybe Demo could attack here and kill this guy instead with her crushing weight. And then she could just come in with a default move. And then Spellweaver could move 4. I could go for my 26 speed move 4. Move in and fire orbs. And if I'm doing all of that, that means that I still have Explosive Blitz. And on this turn, I would do Explosive Blitz top to attack and set fire with Wind Up bottom. And then next turn, Demo runs in with Explode and Piston Punch, pushes this guy in. Spellweaver attacks with Flame Strike and wounds and runs on. Because as it is right now, I have to Fire Orbs this guy. And then I'm doing like a single target Fire Orbs, which feels pretty lame. But if that's all I need, then it's fine. Red Thorn's gonna open the door here. I guess that means I would have to open it here. Move 1 on this guy's fine, but... Oh, it was so close to feeling like it worked. Forgot to tell me about Cassandra. She's awesome. Rigging the decks is very powerful. You think if I ever tried 2E, I'd love her, especially at +3. Rigging the deck sounds fun. I never played the Diviner, the original Diviner. But it does seem fun. I really like Void Warden, who has like similar feel. Doesn't do the same things, but has similar feel. Okay, so the problems with what we did this time. I killed this guy 1 turn too early, which meant that Redthorn moved. So if I hadn't killed this guy, Redthorn wouldn't have moved. But I'm also thinking that I want another fire source. Surely a fire enhancement is way too expensive, and I can't get that anywhere. Man, I loved the idea of getting this crackling air up. I wonder if there is any possibility... Wait a second. Okay. From room 2. 1, 2, 3. From right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that is it. That is it. Okay, that is insanely good. That means it's attack for 10, which is dealing 9, so -1 would kill. But then I need to find something useful for Spellweaver to be doing, which is a stretch. But we'll see. No, not wind up. It has to be Crash Protocol. So since they're ranged, I don't move so that they don't move. They both hit demo and deal completely insignificant damage. But now I'm 1 hex further back. Oh, and so that doesn't work. Okay, well, that only doesn't work if it's the 35 initiative. So 1 in 8, I'm fine with risking. Yeah, because abandoning quest, if they get the 1 in 8, just takes like 7 seconds. It's actually so fast. Okay, this card kind of sucks because they actually deal significant damage potentially. Yeah, like that. That probably... Okay. Well, that would definitely end a run. So that was bad, but only because they got a +2. Would you stop getting pluses? Much better. Okay, so now, am I thinking stun or no? I am thinking stun, I think, just because Spellweaver's initiative is going to be really bad. And stun just feels the best. But we could potentially drop that. But yeah, if I'm going at 69, then the archers are always underspeeding me. Also, in a speedrun, I probably have blesses here from the church. I wouldn't have to power potion, I think. Okay, well, even with power potion, I didn't kill. That's really bad. I need this guy dead. Because here I'm thinking wind up. Oh, summon. That is not good. That is just not good at all. Okay, that guy doesn't die. Unless this guy... Oh, okay, he comes this way. So now I just have to go fast on Spellweaver. So we have to short rest. And there's no point in attacking that guy. So it has to be Mana Bolt. And I kind of want to play Ride the Wind, but that seems dumb. I have to play Ride the Wind with Reviving Ether. That's the only thing that makes any sense. And then I guess I go on demo, but... I mean, if I don't go, I could just long rest. Maybe that's fine. But it's... We're getting to the point of being, like, really slow. Because the problem is, I mean, I really want to long rest here so that I can pick my card, but it's so wasteful on Spellweaver. If we, like, completely waste a move 8 jump. And I need another setup turn. Maybe Spellweaver isn't the right character to pair with Demo. Because I really like a lot of the things that Demo is bringing to the table here. It's just that Spellweaver's kind of slow. Alright, so this is wind up doubled, so I get to go all the way to here. Attack, and it just straight up kills. Oh, I also have the big one that I could throw here. That's almost an interesting idea, but probably not. How? Alright, and then what do we want out of Demo? So, Spellweaver kills these two. Demo just runs through a trap and opens the door? The demo initiative at this point is really bad. I definitely needed to go on the previous rest cycle so that I could wind up again. I want that to be the last turn of the first rest cycle is when I use the wind up. Oh, I definitely should have brought down the summon. This is crackling air boosted. Man, that is strong. Crackling air boosted, ride the winds. I need explode, don't I? Oh, Spellweaver exhausted. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yikes. Ooh, unlucky. I need movement boots. Movement boots would go a long way here. Although then I can't do that explosive blitz strat in the first room. Yeah, I don't think I have a move 3 now. What do you mean, what's this style? What, prepping for PR? Like, is that personal record? Oh, I guess I would just long rest. I just am testing to see if changing characters can potentially be better. And this would have to kill, but without the power potion, it's not super likely. Yeah. This is trying to optimize for speedrun. Okay. Yeah, in speedrunning, people usually call it a PB, a personal best. Yeah, Scoundrel can be very good. Scoundrel's not especially not especially amazing in this scenario specifically. But Scoundrel is what's used in the +2 world record. Best on Scoundrel. Is this? I'm not sure if this is the current record or if this is a outdated one. Yeah, I think this is the current record. But this is on +2 difficulty, so you can see that these guys are way tankier. And we have the wound on. But I also have like way more money. So I have enhancement on Swiftbow with wound. Because like this takes 30 minutes longer than the easy run does, so I have extra time to accrue extra things. Can I steal any inspiration? Probably not. Yeah, the big thing that Scoundrel has here is her level 5 card, Visage of the Inevitable, which just insta-kills things. So I use that, and then I Stamina Potion it right back. And then it looks like I do Explosive Blitz through this door for the stun. Oh, I don't even use the explosive blitz stun part of the move. Interesting. I just go invisible in the door. You can see everything here is like way, way, way tankier and harder to kill. Oh, I summoned the skeleton for just a little damage. I get so jealous looking at this scoundrel because this scoundrel's level 5 or level 6 from playing so many levels, and so can do some really cool things. Oh, I forgot about the enhancement on explosive blitz to stun all of these guys. That's so pretty. I haven't reviewed these strategies in a year. Whenever it was I came up with them. Scoundrel moves all the way in, moves this guy away with Sinister Opportunity, and then Duelist Advance Smoke Bomb Flurry of Blades is like 3 target attack 16. That means that now Scoundrel has Smoke Bomb, Single Out, and then the bottom of Duelist Advance to get +4 damage into all isolated targets, and that gets doubled into +8. And then Power Potion, and then the base damage on Flurry of Blades, we get like attack 16 into Scoundrel's so dumb, which is really, really good. Explode is going to move us over in front of this golem, and then he always dies to being pushed into the trap. And we activated Crash Protocol coming into the room, so we have 3 charges left of bonus damage against targets who are adjacent to a wall. I've never played Scoundrel at level 9, but whichever one is the one where you, I guess it's Long Con is the one that it's like attack, disarm all adjacents. That seems really good. Although I do like the idea of poison and wound on every attack. I believe that they buffed it, but that's just crazy. Yeah, big doubled move. And then these traps actually deal damage since it's on +2 difficulty. Yeah, move in with Lob Charge, attack this guy, push him into the wall, and then everything is buffed up. Man, demo is insanely crazy good. This Slave Pins took 9 minutes, though, and we're looking to do it in 5. You did 150 damage in 1 turn to a boss with 1 attack. 2 cards have doubling attack, and she has a hit for 9 base damage. Is Lucky Dice in the game? Rolling crit, rolling crit, rolling crit. She still had 2 doubles in 1E. Alright, well, we were able to beat the level, but it didn't feel super smooth. Scoundrel is really good with the buffs in place. Scoundrel also is playing... This isn't a Scoundrel, this is a Spellweaver. Spellweaver's playing a lot of levels and has the potential to maybe pick up some gold. $150-ish without brittle, no Lucky Dice. Well, 9 times 2 is 18 times 2 is 36. And then you could crit on top of that, which would be 72. So I'm missing 1 source of times 2 from something. So if we had an extra, like, 30 gold, what could we get? Wound on something sounds really, really good. Can't add wound to Flame Strike. We could add wound to Mana Bolt. That could be the angle, is add wound to Mana Bolt. Doing so costs 45. So that's a possibility. It means, though, that Spellweaver would have to play Nightmare Peak, which she wasn't going to. I can get... I think it's not the Magma Waders. What is the item that's in the chest in Drake's Nest? Is it the Magma Waders? Do I have the scenario? Yeah, I have the scenario book right here. Drake's Nest is 43. Oh, but this isn't going to tell me what the item is, just the item number. 35. Is it at the back here? Yeah, it is. Drake Scale Boots. Okay, so Drake Scale Boots sell for 25. So I would need to pick up 20 more gold on Spellweaver throughout to afford wound on something. That's possible. That is very possible. If we do Scoundrel, Scoundrel is almost assuredly level 1 still. Probably with no perks as well. Probably can't get Boots of Striding, although maybe she could. Maybe a Cloak of Invisibility. And a lot of this is not looking too hot. Tinkerer. I did mess around with Tinkerer in this level for a little bit on the +2 run. And, like, Flamethrower is good, but nothing else, unfortunately. Like, after you Flamethrower, you just don't really offer much. Proximity Mine is actually really funny. If I, like, leave everything from the first room and just place the Proximity Mine, then one of the guys runs into it and dies. Ink Bomb is pretty good. The bottom of Toxic Bolt is good. Proximity Mine is kind of funny. I could turn 1 Proximity Mine with Toxic Bolt, attack one of the guys with Toxic Bolt for 5, and set the Proximity Mine, and then on Scoundrel go after 18. I guess at like 23. And I could move with Sinister Opportunity and move the guy into the trap and kill him. Yeah, Chimeric Formula is a great card. The Recover... Yeah, the Recover, like, all your discards, I think, is a level 2 card. Oh, no, that's just one burn card. Which one's the one where you recover all of your discards? Oh, that is a level 1 card. Probably not that helpful. So the problem with Tinker in this level is that it would fall behind really easily. But I don't entirely want to like completely disregard it. Like a net shooter start sounds nice. I mean, it is a lot of AoE. And we could just start with Eagle Eyes. Oh, we wouldn't get a power potion then. I would probably rather have Eagle Eyes over a power potion. Do I need any of these? No. Reviving Shock's top could be okay. I wonder how many, if any, of the other levels Tinker could be good on. I mean, this one seems so long that it seems really hard for Tinker to be that good, because the movement, it seems easy to fall behind. But Tinker does actually sound pretty good in this level. Things are too spread out in Drake's Nest for it to help. What about Crypt of the Damned? Oh, I want to check that out. Because these guys start in a triangle pattern. You could just, like, flamethrower them. I guess it's not... Tinker's not super good anywhere else in this scenario. Outside of this first room with this triangle pattern. Which other characters can deal with. So these first guys, it could be either net shooter or flamethrower. Wow, that's so many cards. Toxic Bulk bottom is the burst. So if I net shooter buffed up with enhancement field, the problem is that +1s kill, and I don't really want to kill. It also means that there's not much I can do with demo. Unless I want to go ahead and explosive blitz on turn 1, but I don't really want to. But also maybe it's fine. No, I would rather... Here we go. This works. You and all adjacent allies add +1 to all of your attacks this round. So that could be Scoundrel and Throwing Knives. Yeah, the only problem is that killing that one guy kind of sucked. Or sucks. I mean, I guess it's not that bad for him to be dead. But it means Red Thorn moved. And then now it's Explosive Blitz, I think with Crushing Weight into the big guy. And then am I already blowing Flamethrower? Am I already blowing Ink Bomb? Move for an Ink Bomb, but the problem is I'm not attacking this guy with anything. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to hit him. And if I am flamethrowing at some point, I would like to utilize the fire on demo in some way. Once again, killing there kind of sucks because now Red Thorn moves forward. And now we could really use like a Fire Orbs. So that's probably Toxic Bolt bottom. Yeah, but there's nothing good to play with the top. Attack for 2 and hope to kill. Well, I can hit there with... demo. Okay, Hook Gun gets the kill. Toxic Bolt gets the kill. Knock out the support gets the kill. And then we double our move. 1, 2, 3. So here it's move 6 with Flamethrower. And explode with Lobbed Charge. Ooh. Multi-target curse. What a jerk. Move 6 with flamethrower and then just run away. Although, that guy has a lot of health left. I guess Tinkerer can tank it. Demo could really use a reinvigorating elixir. Can I even afford to long rest here? The problem is if I don't long rest, there are too many good cards I could lose, right? Because I can't lose Wind Up, I can't lose Explode, I don't want to lose Piston Punch. So it has to be a long rest, but that feels really sketchy. Alright, now this guy's going to die. We didn't get to use the fire at all. Now it's time that I have to open the door. Move 4 with hook gun? Question mark? And wind up with I wish I could set fire. Oh, whoops. Ow. I mean, Tinkerer almost feels surprisingly good. Oh man, I get immobilized. Yeah, and I don't even kill. Alright, so I lost. Would it be better if things were slightly more grouped up? Would it be 1, 2, 3? It would be possible to open this door and push the golem down into a triangle for Ink Bomb. But that's getting Tinkerer, that's getting Demo out of the way and really far away from getting over here. I really like the idea of doing move 8, attack 8 on Demo during the first rest cycle and killing the golem with that. I really like that. The problem is just getting the Demo from this hex to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We need to move 14 hexes total. Which, when you put it that way, is not that much. If I had Boots of Striding... Don't even need Boots of Striding, you just need Fire for the Explode. Okay, then we need to save Explosive Blitz. Or get fire from somewhere else. Mana Potion's Prosperity too. It would be nice, but I won't have access to it. So if we have... If we have Scoundrel, what tools does Scoundrel have? Scoundrel has a smoke bomb to get a 2-target buffed attack, like a 2-target attack, either 6 or 10, if they're isolated or not. Most things here are not isolated. If I just don't have to explosive blitz out of this room, that's really good, and that opens up a lot of possibilities. Because if I can save the fire, but I need to have something that I can attack in order to generate the fire with explosive blitz. Which means I would love to have one of these guys low consistently. That doesn't seem like a consistent thing to have, though. Maybe I could just get Scoundrel right in front of them. Long resting in their faces. The goal is to get it to where Demo can bop this room, so that I don't have to worry about it at all. And Scoundrel can just throw itself, or whoever the second character is, can just throw itself at this part. No, I won't have, there won't be any characters unlocked. It's just going to be the 4-star, or the 6 starters plus the Jaws of the Lion characters. It's not even that, like, well, fire is pretty good, just because having fire for explode, if it's doubled with wind up, becomes a move 12. And move 12 from this hex, because like if I do the double lobbed charge, then from this hex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I get attack 8, which kills. And then from here, move 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, potentially, if I just wanted to go all the way to here with jump boots. But it's probably go here and attack with piston punch and push. The problem is that Red Thorn was pretty consistently getting through. So maybe Mind Thief is a possibility. Take Spellweaver and conserve fire till Demo needs it. The really nice bit of Spellweaver is that I have the summon, and the summon is just always going to add in some damage. You know, it means that I can just run past these guys and they will die because of the summon. So if we're trying to save fire orbs, we could jump in with Reviving Ether and Impaling Eruption and hit 3 with that. Then we just don't have the fire for the Flame Strike, but I mean, that's potentially fine. The problem with that is that the initiative sucks. Which is why I was doing the Explosive Blitz. So maybe that means the answer is bringing an even later card on Demo. I wish the bottom Suffer on Crash Protocol were ever useful. So if I bring Implode, I can go after Impaling Eruption. Also, if I'm playing Implode on the same turn I play Impaling Eruption, then I can use the Leaf. So that's a possibility. Although Crash Protocol, I can also use the Leaf, and that is at least somewhat useful. But this way, if I'm opening the door with Spellweaver going all in on these guys, and I use both my items, I kill with a 0 at advantage, which isn't too unlikely. I kill these guys with a 0. This guy has a little bit left. But then I jump in and I hit him with an attack 6 with Implode. His 28 initiative Immobilize could be bad. But then I've not really dealt any damage to these guys. Moving the 15 spaces, it just comes down to, I mean, I want to do it as quickly as possible. Because Demo's stamina is going to be really bad. I mean, if we're playing Crash Protocol early for the bonus damage to targets against walls, which is really good, but if we're doing that, that's going to hurt the stamina. If I play Lob Charge to kill the Elite Stone Golem, that's going to hurt the stamina. But killing an Elite Stone Golem, that's a pretty valid use of one lost card, you know? Okay. A windup is 77. That would be enough to go after Impaling Eruption. No, but I want to save windup. So I need to find a card that I don't need. And that is hard. Maybe the goal really is to get enough money to add Wound to Mana Bolt. Would Mana Bolt be the card? It probably is. With Wound on Mana Bolt, that does help quite a bit. It's just that 45 gold is a lot. I probably can't have both Eagle Eyes and Wound on Mana Bolt, but I would probably rather have Wound on Mana Bolt. I don't know. We would have to do a run to see if it would be at all possible. Okay, so Crackling Air, Aid to the Ether, knock out the support, Crash Protocol. Let's put the timer. We'll just wait 10 seconds. Alright, so Crash Protocol, knock out the support, Crackling Air, summon. And now I'm thinking really late here. So Impaling Eruption, Reviving Ether, Wind Up. Oh, I didn't want to do Wind Up though. Had I settled on Crash Protocol? Oh, I wanted to do Implode. I thought I switched cards out for Implode. Well, I guess I'll just go fast and attack one of these guys. Crushing Weight's a guaranteed kill. I mean, that's not the worst. And Piston Punch is a stun. I mean, I don't hate that. Oh, that means, though, if I'm doing that, then I could go for Flashing Burst. And I could go in the 20s. Doesn't change much of anything. This guy now just dies to Mana Bolt, and this guy dies to Mana Bolt as well. And so now I'm just too far away, though, to wind up bottom. But move 4 gets me close enough. Summon kills. Mana Bolt kills. Move in. That's 1 hex too far. 1, 2, 3. And now Red Thorn opens the door, is the problem. Yeah, this took one. This was 1 turn too slow. Because Demo needed to be setting up on that turn. That just means, though, that instead of stun, I move down here. Which means that I need Flashing Burst. So let's put in Flashing Burst. Flashing Burst over Flame Strike, I think. If Mana Bolt's going to have Wound. That initiative is still not guaranteed to be fast enough, but it's guaranteed to be better. Because we outspeed the 28s, I guess, is what's important. Because both... Or is it 29 is the Immobilize on the Archers, and 28 is the Immobilize on the Stone Golem? Those are the most important cards to dodge.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah, this is potentially a lot of damage into Demo, which I don't love. Okay, so Red Thorn doesn't move this turn. Next turn, we attack and kill. And we move in. But 3 health is way too low. So if the initiative doesn't work out, then I'm screwed. Oh, well, and there it definitely doesn't work out. And they're strengthened. Yeah, that's not very good. Yeah, and then the archers get to hit. So this is where the explosive blitz would be really nice, because they're stunned and I don't get hit a couple times. Which is why I was thinking open the door on Spellweaver, but if I'm opening the door on Spellweaver, then the initiative is just really bad. So it just doesn't feel like it works. What if I don't set Crackling Air? If I don't set Crackling Air, it becomes really hard to kill these guys. The problem is just that if Demo hits one of these guards, she kills it. Which is a good problem to have. Man, the scenario is just so long. Okay, I'm going to try the Explosive Blitz stun again. Let's put the timer. I wonder if there's any potential at all in the other demo card that's not Crash Protocol. Robotic Enhancement. I think it's just Attack 2 Stun, so probably not. But it also has a move 4 on it. Alright, we come down here, we stun all of them. We hit this guy nice and hard. Those guys all take their turn. Our summon goes. We jump to here. An Impaling Eruption and use all the items. They all go down, so now Demo is free to do nothing and set Wind Up. And here I Mana Bolt to attack with Wound. And now Flame Strike would be better than Flashing Burst. Okay, but Summon kills, which is good. And I kill even without the Mana Bolt. So I'm thinking this turn, I want to be Ride the Wind, Reviving Ether. The problem is it's really easy for Demo to die to cards like this. So we just need to see not a +1. Well, called it. So I could have done... I could have done Mana Bolt Flashing Burst there. And so now I'm thinking Long Rest. And then I guess this is just... So I want to set Crackling Air, but that's just bait, maybe. Do I Impaling Eruption? Impaling Eruption to aid from the ether? It's annoying. I guess it's not the worst if I wasn't planning on moving. Okay, I like the way that's going. But here I'm in really bad shape because I lost... I lost a card to damage on Demo. But this is winnable if Scoundrel can clear out room 4. Summon gets that guy. Scoundrel goes here. Oh, I'm not even going to be able to get wind up on Demo, I don't think. Not fire. Wind. Well, we're past the 510 mark. I did slow down to think. But now I can't set wind up. So it needs a +1. Yeah, even with windup, it's possible to... Oh, I've been wanting to try this, actually. When am I going to continue my rating tutorial introduction video series for Frosthaven? I'm at 7 to 17. Yeah, I am. Probably at some point in time. I mean, I definitely will. It's just... A lot of the characters coming up I don't know quite as well. I've really been... Snowflake's supposed to be the next character, and I've really been waffling on where to put it. Ah, okay. R to rotate didn't change the order they got targeted. Because, like, I really, 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 really like Snowflake, and I want to put it high, but I don't want to artificially put it high. And, like, some of the times that I've played it recently, it's, like, it's been a scenario where Snowflake's just not all that good. But then I also play scenarios that Snowflake just completely super hard carries. So it makes it really hard to place. And mostly, like, I really, really, really don't want to make the Shackles one. Because I don't like Shackles. Yeah, Deathwalker definitely can be that way. Some scenarios, it's just like, do not bring Deathwalker here. Yeah, Prism is definitely not a character that I have... that I feel like I have expertise with. But it is insanely good. The perk to long rest at any speed and control all of your summons is just insane. That perk is so good. I wonder if Demo is... if Demo is leading me down the wrong path. Because I've kind of been I've been tunnel visioning. I've been tunnel visioning on using Lob Charge to kill that Arcane Golem. Would there be any way to Lob Charge this guy? There is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You found Hive amazing at my play, but +3 like I play, you don't know how to approach it. Everything one-shots the summons. He has 2 cards to bring them back, but still. Yeah. I mean, for the most part... Well, for the most part, I just don't really use the melee summons very frequently. I don't know. The summons dying hasn't come up as that big of an issue. Like, I could see this Hunter-Killer mech dying really easily. But, I mean, I was mostly... I mean, I was using a lot of the Repair Drone mode, just because Healing 2 is really, really good. And then... in some scenarios, this Arcing Generator can be really, really good and have really good damage output early. The last Hive I played, I didn't get the Machine Bolter, and I did not like that. I really like using this summon. I was also really surprised at how infrequently I was using Poison mode. I guess the team I had just didn't need Poison mode, and so, like, I got this card and I just wasn't using it at all. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to summons for dealing damage, I think Rapid Fire is... You're totally fine to use Rapid Fire on +3. It's very, very doable. And then Rapid Fire is also just one of the coolest summons because it has a really good mode too. So, like, you're incentivized on your turn to switch in so that you can then long-range missiles. And if your turn is, like, 2 target attack 2, 2 target attack 3... even if that's your entire turn, that's pretty good. If you just do something like switch, move, switch with your bottom. And then remote control is really good with the machine bolter or the arcing generator. So I generally found it wasn't too hard to keep the summons alive, because it's very easy for you to go super late. It's really easy for you to go super early. You can always transfer into summons, and if you transfer into summons and then you tank, but then you have repair drone mode to heal you back up by healing 2 every turn, it's not too bad. And then you can also use the fact that you need to long rest on the next turn as a way to get an extra fast heal, because in repair drone mode you get a heal 4 on your long rest, and you can heal 4 on your long rest at 1 initiative, and you can back your summons out so that they don't die. Prism just does a really good job of keeping the summons alive, much better than other classes. Yeah, those are good. Those are 3 good summons to play. Once you get to high level, I really like this mortar shells. I like it a lot more than the stationary level 1 summon. More range, multi-target, and it can move 1. And the mode can definitely be fun depending on what you're doing. Warden robes, initiative boots, which potions? That's a good question. I frequently found myself with a stone skin potion or stone wall, the one where you can ward yourself and ward adjacent allies. It's nice to be able to ward your allies, and also sometimes you're going to damage yourself by transferring into a summon. So being able to like ward or heal yourself just so that you can transfer into the summon can be good. So I like healing potion and stone skin. I don't personally like the code Geminate, give range to all your melee attacks and multi-target to all your ranged attacks build, but if you're doing that, then you want power and frenzy potions. Yeah, the mortar summon can be really, really nice. So yeah, I mean, I think like health potions, stone skin, and then you don't really need much after that. I mean, explosive vial is something. It's a possibility. You can make use of most anything, but you don't require much, which is kind of nice. I think I was running Holy Rain at some point, or Holy Water, just to bless self. Renewing potion actually sounds pretty good. You could get your boots and your warden's robes back. Yeah, I agree. Renewing potion. Of the two herbs, if you're early game, that seems really good. But yeah, just like a little bit of defenses to help keep yourself alive. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm going to completely switch gears. Well, not completely, because this is still a Spellweaver. And the Spellweaver still has a +1 wound enhancement. But I think that that is realistically possible to get. Oh, I don't know if I set cards on this scoundrel, did I? No, I didn't. Yeah, I don't have Sinister Opportunity. What am I trying to go for? I'm trying to beat the level in less than 5 minutes and 10 seconds. And have it be a strategy that feels consistently achievable. Like, I want a strategy where I feel like there's at least a 50% consistency that I can hit it. And I want it to not take a whole bunch of resources. Like, just getting to 45 gold on Spellweaver isn't that bad, because there is a chest that I can very reasonably pick up that has 25 gold in it. And then there's another chest that I don't know if I could reasonably get, but it has 20. And I do actually think it would be possible to get that. Yeah, and Slave Pen is super deep into the run too, so you don't want to get super far just to lose.
Yes, I can guide you through the deeper forest, the orchid says. But I cannot abandon my brethren, or let what these Inox are doing go unanswered. He moves over to a guard corpse and picks up. You can help.
So, what is Scoundrel accomplishing? Turn 2, I could do a 2-target attack 10. Well, attack 10 and attack 6. I could go for that right here. I guess it makes more sense to go for that in the second room, because it guaranteed kills here and it does good damage here. And it could kill. So maybe I backstab this guy. I could get there at 26 initiative on Spellweaver, but maybe I go at 7. So ideally, is that turn 2? If I have smoke... No, not smoke bomb. If I just have Sinister Opportunity up. Okay, so I could throwing knives these two for a little bit of damage. Or maybe I swift bow one of them for a little bit of damage. And I activate single out. Then here I can do Crackling Air plus aid from the ether. Oh... But then they move. Yeah, and I want the summon. So I need one of them to move up. But I want to play bottom. I want to play stationary bottoms on both. Dang. So it's either no single out or no aid from the ether. Backstab is an attack for 7 without being buffed by single out. It's not enough to kill this guy in one hit. But maybe I go for like back-to-back flanking strike with single out top. Venom Shiv with flanking strike. Venom Shiv with flanking strike buffed up with single out. So I could move and ranged attack. And Crackling Air aid from the ether. I'm not liking this. Which one of these guys is lower? This guy's lower. Well, that's not what I wanted. Because I would love for the summon to attack and kill. But now the summon's going to hit the wrong one. Oh, but if I'm going fast, I can jump. But Scoundrel doesn't have any jump. So Scoundrel could use jump shoes. Jump shoes would not be bad here. And that is something that I could just get. And I don't have to worry about how to access it. Because right now summon attacks here and kills. I jump over. I guess I could attack one of those. The initiative is actually like really weird. That almost killed. So I jump here. And then I really want this to kill. No, this doesn't make any sense. So I could just focus who Scoundrel attacks. I could pick Scoundrel's focus based off who is faster. Oh, that missed both of them. Well, yikes. Scoundrel Spellweaver doesn't feel like it's going to work to me.
Yes, you can suit.
My first thought, Unga Boonga, is just throwing knives. My second thought is a flanking strike Sinister Opportunity. The problem is, if I kill one, then Redthorn moves. And that's really bad. What if it's throwing knives, move up, next turn flanking strike Thieves' Neck, try to kill them both, and then initiative doesn't matter too much and I can Impaling Eruption. That seems pretty fine. The problem is it relies on all zeros out of Scoundrel. Also, they move, or they're ranged.
Yes, you.
Oh, but now I'm not on top of both of them. I guess I can Sinister Opportunity. Boom, boom, boom. That's fine. And then we'll just Impaling Eruption. Okay, so they're dead. No difference between these hexes. They are dead. Now I Mana Bolt. But Red Thorn moves. So I Mana Bolt to wound, summon to finish him off, and then is it just move 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I just don't have anything going with Scoundrel. I don't have any buffs up. I'm not in position at all. Move 6 gets me close, but it gets me close to do what? To just hit with a swift bow? It's not bad, but it is not amazing at all. Maybe I activate Single Out? That's really good. He's gonna hit the summon, right? Yeah. Alright, he goes down. He would have even without the wound. This doesn't feel very fast, though. So I've got Flashing Burst Fire Orbs with Backstab Swift Bow. So Backstab is able to reach, and then Swift Bow is able to hit. I mean, but what's the point? What is the point? Is this Crackling Air boosted? No, it's not. I mean, this is super winnable, but it's just not very good. It's not fast. Man, immobilized. And it's winnable, but not in a good way. I guess I backstab. This should do good damage. I was right. That trap hurts, and yeah, I don't reach. Okay. Scoundrel Spellweaver just does not feel like it. Tinkerer felt better. Yeah, this isn't even gonna win. Maybe I try hatchet and I see if I can refine the hatchet strategy at all. Craghart? No, he's too slow. Because, like, winning the level isn't an issue. I'm very confident that I can win the level. It's just winning it quickly enough. Yeah, it would be nice. Mind Thief can stun him. Let's try some Mind Thief. Mind Thief has some creative stuff that can be pretty good. Is that my last single out charge? Let's pull him instead. The doctor can stun an ally, can he? Let's get a +1 and kill this guy. Ah, it's not a +1 Spellweaver. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I remember that card. I mean, Scoundrel will win this, I'm pretty sure. But it's obviously super slow. You get in there, Redthorn. You tell him. Oh, don't heal. Oh, now Smoke Bomb would be super useful. Why are you hitting me? Yeah, okay, I guess he was slower. Whoops. No, don't kill him. Good job. Very good job. Although you really should have gone there. I would have killed them both if he had gone there. Alright, and now I'm dead. I could attack that guy for 3 instead. I want to win. Oh wait, can I? No, I can't. Thieves' Knack would be really nice to keep. This was a 0? Okay, cool. And now it's like everything except fast immobilize. And fast curse. Oh. Dang. All right, we try Mind Thief. Mind Thief definitely will not have leveled up. Well, would it be possible for Mind Thief to level up? I don't know if it would be possible to play Temple of the Elements with Mind Thief, but Mind Thief will play Treacherous Divide, Nightmare Peak, Plane of Elemental, or Plane of Night. Maybe Mind Thief could be squeezed into one more level. That's 12, 22. Nah, there's no shot. There's no shot he's getting to 45 XP. Even if he plays another level, that's like 26, maybe 34 XP total. He could definitely accomplish one battle goal though. So let's gain one set of perks. And I think it's Demo. Demo has felt like the best other character to have. And there's some really good stuff that Mind Thief has. Parasitic Influence's bottom is like kind of interesting. It probably has more uses than Submissive Affliction, since there's no Retaliate. Items, I would love for boots to be an item, but maybe it's Poison Dagger? Power Potion? Is it a parameter I can't take my perks? It's just that perks are, I can take perks. It's that when I get here, like this is just a practice file that's Prosperity 9. So every time I make a new character, they start with 14 perks because I've retired 14 characters in this first slot. 14 characters are retired. I'm not taking all of the perks because in a speedrun I wouldn't have them. But it's by far easiest to just practice on a file where when I make a new character, they start with 150 gold. So like I can put Demo to level 2 and give it 2 sets of perks because Demo's going to play enough levels that it would be level 2 realistically, and achieving 3 battle goals by the time I get to Slave Pens is very, very realistic. But 14 would definitely not be. Okay, so Mind Thief can start with a stun, which is good. If I could be level 2, I could Hostile Takeover and stun and immobilize, and that would be nice. We have Possession, which lets us move Redthorn back. We also could just use Possession to tell... Oh, this is a Demo, not a Scoundrel. Still, we could use Possession to tell Demo to attack for 6. And that's not bad, because Demo can buff that up into attack 10 with Crash Protocol Windup. Although Windup I'm probably mostly using for the bottom. The Gnawing Horde summon is attack for 2 poison. It's 6 health. Well, only 1 move. Ah, oh, man, if this thing weren't 1 move, I could definitely see bringing it. The level 2 summon is actually really good, too. I think it's 3 move, 3 attack. Okay. Well, we just stun one and activate Mind's Weakness. And then we can tank the second one and activate Crash Protocol. Or maybe I would rather attack with Mind's Weakness, because I would get more damage. I would have to take a hit. I would potentially have to tank a hit on Mind Thief, but maybe that's better. Perverse Edge Top is really good. So this is a base attack 5. And if they're poisoned, it's an attack 8. And I can pair that with Fearsome Blade to get attack 4 poison into attack 8. Using my Poison Dagger. Now, we could use that on this guy. I'm thinking that Parasitic Influence plus Fearsome Blade could potentially be how I deal with this guy. Although, even if I get him into 3 traps, that's not killing him. And that combo is only getting 2 traps. Yeah. Man, while Mind Thief, like, feels really good, it also just, it doesn't have any multi-target. Yeah, I think the multi-target on this combo is too weak. Because they would just have to mow down each target individually. I mean, the Hatchet strat doesn't feel very good because it's just like, it's activate Sharpened Blades, attack a bunch of them for 1, and wait for them to die to wound. And the Hatchet strategy was like, attack this elite with Flanking Strike and let him take 7 wound damage and let him take 7 turns. There has to be something that I'm missing. Does Brute have move on top at level 1? I don't think so. It gets Juggernaut at level 2, which is move 2, attack 2 on top. But it doesn't have any top move at level 1. Where do I need to get for move 12 to reach the final room? I need to get to this hex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is not super far away. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 enemies before that, and 2 enemies after that. So 10 enemies total. This is 14 health of enemy. So if I do the explosive blitz here, maybe I don't lobbed charge this guy. I could go for the kill on these two instead, with something like that lobbed charge piston punch that I was trying initially. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, boom. Although even further away would be better with a doubled wind-up. And then from here, I need to move 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I had rubble, I could set up in a single turn, and then I could go. I'm just trying to think of get exactly mapped out what demo needs to do and what somebody else needs to do. Because demo just jumping over everything and blowing this up sounds really good. And it means that I skip over this room, which it can be a really big problem. Doing that means that I need fire for explode, and I need to have rested to get my boots back. Yeah, the problem with Tinkerer is just that after Tinkerer plays some of its initial stuff, it just doesn't have anything else. Like these guys, Tinkerer doesn't have any tools to help deal with the stone golems. I think is really what it comes down to. There's just not much that helps with those guys. Alright, sorry, Mind Thief. It has to be Spellweaver demo. That is what has felt the best so far. Yeah, but the traps on the map only deal 2 damage, and he has 10 health, so he would have to, like, place his proximity mine, hook him into that, and into a trap, and get a +1 with hook gun. Man, I really wish this other card at level 2 were, like, actually something useful. Because it's just that neither of those cards are very good. Am I just baiting myself with Crackling Air? What if I sell all of my items? What is the maximum gold I could get up to on Spellweaver? What if I just never pick up an Eagle Eye Goggles? That would be 30. And if I sold my Boots of Striding, that would be 40. And if I pick up that 25 gold chest, that would be 65. And from 65, if I could get... Where is Fire Orbs? If I could get 25 more gold throughout the run, I could add Wound to Fire Orbs. And that would be a dream come true. The problem is basically what I'm describing is Hatchet Sharpens Blades. Which is the whole thing that I'm trying to route out. It's shocking how difficult it is to find Wound on the Gloomhaven characters. Plus attack on Fire Orbs is way more realistic. Let's get one of those. And then I see a world where Rubble Top could be good. As the first card of the second rest cycle.
Yes.
I need to look into demo items. Maybe there's something that could be done there. Oh, the big one isn't enhanceable? That's just sad. You just looked... Only 2 level 1 cards in Gloom create Wound, Flame Strike, and Flamethrower. That's crazy. No, that's not true. The bottom of mine's weakness. But it's probably only those 3. Because Brute doesn't have any. You've never played Mind Weakness for the bottom? I've done it like once or twice. But very rarely. It does seem like a sin. I think one time on the last turn of a scenario, I played the bottom of Mind's Weakness with the top of Perverse Edge. So I got to attack 1 wound, and then that made Perverse Edge an attack 5 because they had a wound, and I think they were I had Poison Dagger as well. So it made Perverse Edge an attack 8 with the wound and the poison. That's the best use case for the bottom of Mind's Weakness. And you get to do it at 8 initiative. Okay. Explosive Blitz. Crushing Weight is probably overkill on this. Right? Which means that I could knock out the support instead? Yeah, okay. So that's a nice optimization. So I need to see which one of these guys is second. That's very important, because I want to target the guy that's second. So that's this one. So I can Crushing Weight Crash Protocol. I target this guy with it. Here is equal distance. Okay, so I don't have to worry about which one's first or second, because I can just put the summon up here and then Crash Protocol the bottom guy. Or Crushing Weight the bottom guy always. And that always works. Because I don't want a kill. Because I jump over with both. And now knock out the support. I don't even need to play knock out the support. Okay, but I want an attack 3 and I don't have any others. Okay, well, -2 means that now I needed the Crushing Weight damage. -2's galore. And a -1. Okay, so most of the time this guy would be dead now. Nice kill. Let's get a kill here too. Good enough. I'm not using these boots at all. Alright, everybody dies, and Redthorn is pretty far back there. Was that turn 3? Yeah, that was round 3. So round 3, all of those guys are dead. Flashing Burst Fire Orb seems fine. My only hesitancy is that it might be a little bit slow. There's no crackling air. So if I could have just done one fewer attack in the previous room, then Scoundrel would have been set up for one more damage onto each of these guys. I'm pretty sure the extra push one on this fire doesn't work. Well, we don't get to find out. My summon's gonna get here to help me eventually. Well, he would have. Now, I can't redraw or I lose Reviving Ether. So I guess we just play that right now. And then, yeah, it has to be long rest because I need the boots. Oh, that sucks. I can lose a card to damage here, though. Literally no downside to losing a card to damage. Other than it's slow. So here I want to play, I guess it's, this is where I want Rubble Top. What have I not played so far? Have I really not played Explode? No, but I need Explode. And then here I would love to set the Crackling Air, but that feels so slow. I can't do it. I cannot afford it. Man. Oh, that's so bad. I can't let that happen. I can go here. Okay, but this is just an absolute snail's pace now. And the only thing that makes any sense here is to mana bolt this guy. Which doesn't feel great. Oh, I have to fire orbs though. Oh, almost got the +1. Oh, he kills both of us. And there's no Crackling Air. Yeah, that sucks. No, digital never had envelope X. Never had any part of it. Oh, he has something that makes wound deal extra? That's pretty cool. They're just gonna shield and retaliate every single turn. Oh, nice, +2. Alright, we win. He could kill Redthorn next turn. He shield and retaliate every single turn. Alright. Well, we won. Not pretty. It has to be something with demos items or something. Maybe a demo enhancement. What's the time I'm shooting for? None. I don't even know if I'm gonna do runs of it. It's just time to update the strategies. The time I have is 58 minutes. Which is a pretty good time. $55 would be cool to get, but I don't know if I want to try that hard. Which is why new strategies would be nice. One thing I want to think about is early reviving Ether. But the problem with early reviving Ether is Redthorn could open the door. Maybe that's not an issue, though. That's an issue on higher difficulty. Maybe it's not on this. So let's try that. I want to keep Redthorn back as long as possible. And ideally, Demo doesn't take big damage here. Strength and animation is annoying. Sub 50 I don't think is possible. I think that's faster than my gold splits. Alright, that last one we had a -2 on that attack, so this is a pretty big difference. Ah, I don't want to kill there, though. Yeah, because that makes Redthorn move if I get a kill there. But I could Fire Orb right now. The problem is initiative, but this guy hits Redthorn. That's not that bad. Okay, that wasn't Immobilize. Immobilize would have been bad. He hits Redthorn. I don't care that much. Man, another ranged card would be really nice. I wonder if Demo could possibly be 3. One, two, three, four, 5. I really don't even need Ride the Wind there. Flashing Burst would have worked just fine, actually. And that's a lot better. Yeah, that's a lot better. This guy's gonna move 2, that's fine. Oh, but in that case, it would have made way more sense to activate Wind Up Top and just move with Explode Bottom. Because now I can Lob to Charge, but it's just 6. But I can Mana Bolt. I should have attacked him again instead of pushing him away. Because he kills me with a +1. Called it. And I can't restart round. Dang. No undo. OP. Yeah, I would have used a Crash Protocol charge, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, have I just been being really dumb? Why don't I just let Spellweaver take the last room? If I do Ride the Wind plus Impaling Eruption, and then I do Crackling Air plus Fire Orbs. Honestly, I'd rather do Mana Bolt. Yeah, Ride the Wind plus Mana Bolt. Crackling Air, Impaling Eruption, and then Crackling Air Fire Orbs. And then I need to move a lot here. But exploding the move 8 is probably the way to do that. Oh, but Scoundrel has no health. Or Spellweaver. Oh, and I didn't bring down the summon. I definitely needed to bring down the summon. Alright, and this guy immobilizes, so this needs to kill. Okay. So, Spellweaver to the last room. Which means that that frees up a big one for somewhere.
Yes, I can guide you.
And that can be huge. Okay, let's go. I think everything about this beginning is staying the same. So Crushing Weight Crash, Crackling Air. Target guys on opposite sides. We don't want to see a +2 out of the summon like we did last time, but whoops. Alright, we'll add 26 seconds to the time. Oh, definitely don't want to skip the stun. Okay, well that'll add a lot of the 26 seconds. Dude, the -2. Why am I haunted by only pulling -2 or +2 on this guy? Alright, don't +2. +1 is fine. Jump in here and hit this. And then the question is, do I Power Potion? And the answer is yes. Ooh, nice +2. Okay, yeah, super worth. And then now... So the important thing is that I have to play Ride the Wind when I play Reviving Aether. And I have one Crackling Air left. So I could spend that in here, or I could just Mana Bolt for the kill. If I don't Mana Bolt for the kill, then I don't know how I'm getting it. So we'll wind up here. Mana Bolt for the kill. Move in. And then I think... that now it's going to be Short Rest, Reviving Aether, Ride the Wind. And then it's Big One, Lobbed Charge. This goes to the corner and kills. And attacks here. And didn't kill, but it did good damage. And he goes that way, which is good. No summon. We come here because we can lose a card to damage. And then we get it back. Which is really good. Redthorn's super far away, so now we can Crackling Air and resummon. And here, maybe I don't care which card I lose. Except for Wind Up. I want to lose anything else, because I can just attack this guy and kill him. With any 0. Good. And now I Wind Up for extra move. And I Crackling Air with the air. We summon to help demo. Demo now does move 8, while I do Ride the Wind with Fire Orbs. Oh, is that enough move? It might not be enough move, but I can do it with Flashing Burst, and that's fine. From there, move 8 gets to here. Wow, Crushing Weight just straight up killed. So I didn't need the summon at all. And here, move 10, it would have made it to the door. So from there, move 10 is enough. Oh, did I never long rest? I never long rested. So I don't have the Eagle Eyes. Is there any hex where I can... Okay, from here on the door isn't close enough. Good to know. Yeah, I really need the Eagle Eyes. Well, okay, I still killed them all without it. Okay, I mean, that didn't feel bad. I didn't go super fast, and it still beat the world record time for that level, just not my gold. I think the world record finished it in like 640 or something like that. I'm getting tired. So what did I do? Speedrun the 3 trees. Well, let me just level this Bellweaver up to level 9 real quick. I do have a video on my channel of beating that level in a single turn with just one character. I beat the Oozing Grove with just a lightning bolts in one turn. Okay, so it was Crackling Air with Aid to the Ether, move and deal 2 damage with Crash Protocol, then open with Stun, jump over an Impaling Eruption. Then it was Mana Bolt to finish the kill with Getting Closer. Then it was Reviving Ether onto a trap so that I can recover an extra card. Then I recovered all my cards and I set Crackling Air. And then I probably should come over and Mana Bolt this guy. That makes the most sense by far. The problem is I'm never getting a long rest in. So I guess I save either the initial Eagle Eyes or the initial Power Potion. Yeah, it's called Oozing Grove is Impossible, Gloomhaven Solo Deadly. All right. So what could improve this? Nothing that seems reasonable to get. Throwing hammer costs 30. That's pretty expensive. You beat it on normal with the bear just eating the tree. I really, really, really love stacking blesses on the Beast Tyrant. And then just attacking for 5 every turn. And sometimes getting 2 attacks for 5 out. Okay, I'm not seeing anything that looks gettable item-wise. But that's fine. Let's just try this again and see if we can get some speed. And then I need to get to bed.
Yes, I can guide you.
This high damage card. Show me a minus. It's fine. You two have a good one. Impaling, reviving, explosive, knockout. So I need to save. I need to save one of my items for Spellweaver. So let's save the Eagle Eyes. Okay, that worked out just fine. And now we just get closer. Oh, we Flashing Burst here for sure. Oh, unless it misses the kill, that could be bad. Yeah, no, that's fine. And then this is just wind up. Okay, I would have gotten the kill. Wind up. Redthorn gets his first turn. We go onto the thing. We go in. Attack and kill. Please kill this shaman. Yes, that's beautiful. Lose him. Oh. Wait. No, I have to take the damage. Why was my thing on a different cycle? It's fine. I can move and then reviving ether. But that's weird. Something I'm not understanding there. Oh, because I was supposed to short rest so that I could get the wind for crackling air. Right, that makes sense. Because now this is going to be weak. I should have used the jump boots. Makes the running animation faster. Ah, it didn't kill. It's okay, summon will get him. Not this turn, but eventually. Almost wasted the eagle eyes. Does Impaling Eruption get them all? It should. And then I can still short rest and fire orbs as long as I'm alive. Summon kills. Yeah, Impaling Eruption gets them all. Alright. Not bad. And that was with messing up the air. So it would have been sub 510. Good night, Ken. And thank you. All right, one more. Really try to ingrain the strat and get the speed. Reviving ether with Ride to the Wind on the same turn. Oh, interesting. With their move 1, they can't get rid of the disadvantage. Okay, that's really cool. I had never picked up on that. So that's really good. -2 again. That's like 3 out of 4 times. Good. Okay, that +1 is gone. Okay. Bad pulls. I needed the Eagle Eye. So here it would be Mana Bolt, I guess with Fire Orbs. But I need that guy dead is the problem. How much move does this guy have? Move 1. Oh, it's beautiful. Alright, so we attack here. Wow, it actually still just works out. Is this going to lose a charge that I need? No. Okay, so here is where I short rest. That's fine to lose. Good. Demo goes to next room. Good. +1? Or 0? Nice. 0 and a +1. Beautiful. And summon gets the kill. That's what I'm talking about. So we drop him. We come here. We drop fire orbs. We reviving ether. And then now I can crackling air. Ah, I can't summon on the loot. That's annoying. Okay, I still have piston punch. So am I going already? How did that happen a turn sooner? I guess that means I could short rest. Means my summon's super far away. Good, I gotta move 0. It's not super unlikely to get a move 0. Okay, short rest demo definitely makes sense. It's not too big of a risk. Beautiful. It's gonna be sub 5 minutes. Well, maybe. Yeah, I needed a +1. Oh. All the monsters dead before 5 minutes. Okay, and that was with some thinking. So this is faster. Nice. I'm really happy with that. All right, I'm gonna write that down. And then go to bed. But I don't, my son doesn't have school tomorrow, so I don't have to wake up super early. So it is crushing plus crash and crackling plus aid. Then it is impaling plus reviving with explosive blitz plus this is just knock out the support. attacking the golem, because I might not remember that that's what it is just off the card name. Then it is Mana Bolt. Okay, so I'm hoping that Mana Bolt can get a wound enhancement, but that's not guaranteed. Wound enhance. So I'll test it without wound enhancement and see, because that did make a bit of a difference. Not on many of the attempts. Maybe it didn't make a difference at all. I mean, I wouldn't have killed the archer in this one. Plus fire orbs. And then demo is explode plus wind up bottom. Then it is lobbed charge, the elite golem with big one, 2 tiny guys. And then short rest, ride the wind, plus reviving ether. And then it's short rest demo to wind up bottom. And I crackling air. And then I can ride the wind plus mana bolt or flashing burst. And piston punch plus explode. And then finally finish off with a fire orbs or an impaling eruption. This is plus aid to the ether. All right, and that is it. All right. Have a good night, everybody.